Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Big Nate Show. Tonight's episode, it's kind of funny. I was working security at Club Nectar in Fremont tonight, and they had some reggae bands playing. Well, as you know, the reggae scene, or that kind of music, kind of wants to get people to be a little really free spirited with their consumption of medicinal herbal remedies, I guess you could call it. Let's just call it what it is, marijuana. Okay, so this marijuana was being passed around and joints. I wouldn't have a problem with it normally. I think if people want to ingest, you know, a marijuana cigarette as opposed to a real cigarette, that's fine. The only difference is that you cannot do it inside the club. All right, I mean, I don't want to smell it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to have it inside my club where I'm working security. So when I go over there and I grab you and I toss you out because you're breaking the rules, don't give me any crap about it. Don't give me any lip. Just march yourself out the door and know that you fucked up. So, I mean, that's what it comes down to. I did have to apologize to this one guy. I was kind of hard on him. I thought he was doing something a little nefarious, and I was a little bit strung out at that time, and I was a little bit pissed off from a previous incident, and I got a little more physical than I normally am, and I pushed him into a wall and basically held him there and gave him the riot act, and his two buddies were gonna, and we talked about it later, and we calmed down and everything, and I was able to talk to him and figure out what the hell was going on. But the way that they were acting, it looked like he was trying to peddle drugs in the club and stuff like that. And being a bouncer, I thought I saw something that I didn't see, obviously. Or if I did, maybe they just covered up really well. But the fact is that I normally don't get physical with people unless I absolutely have to. I like to be able to use my words and my, higher intellect than theirs to basically convey my point, and I let myself down tonight, and I feel kind of bad about that. Um, but it's still kind of funny at the fact that they thought that even though there was three of those guys, that they could still take me out, even though I'm like 6'3" and 450 pounds. And he's like, "Well, I was gonna punch you," and I was like, "Well, I'm glad you didn't." Um, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because you couldn't really hurt me. Um, People just don't understand that a man of my size can take a lot of punishment before anything really affects me. I've been hit before. I'm a former Marine, and so being hit is something that you get a lot of. Um, and that's where I got a lot of my bouncing experience was when I was in the Marine Corps and bouncing, fellow soldiers out of clubs and stuff over in Okinawa when I was stationed over there. So I mean, it is what it is, and I understand the kids just want to have fun and they want to blaze and do whatever they want to do, but you just can't do it in my club. It's against the law. All right, it's just that simple, and plus it's a nuisance. I mean, not everybody is there wanting to smoke a bunch of reefer and then you know get all high and thinking that's going to help them enjoy the music any better. It doesn't. It really doesn't. I mean, you think it does, but the music itself is intrinsically euphoric. And if you let yourself feel the music and if you become part of the music, you don't need to take any drugs. The music is the drug. So um, there were some good bands tonight, and Through the Root was the main headliner, and they were pretty badass. They're from San Diego, California, and they were on tour. They've got a few more dates left, but that's what I do in my spare time. I bounce and make a few extra bucks here and there. Um, had some success today actually in my real job, which is with Viso Music, helping people partner their channels to Viso or Viso, VISO, okay, .tv. Go look it up. We're a great company. We're partnering channels into different hubs and stuff on YouTube so that people can get more exposure for their channels, and that's what I do for my daytime job, nighttime. Basically, I do it whenever I have time. Anyway, um, I'm gonna be starting to review the comments and stuff off my channel, and a lot of you guys have been very responsive, and I really appreciate the commentary you guys are able to give me. Um, aside from a couple of fat jokes, which are fine, I don't really bat an eye at it. If you're gonna write a joke about my weight, please at least spell it properly, and do it in a manner that is creative, and so that I can at least be entertained by it. Because I've heard just about anything that you can probably throw at me, and if it doesn't have proper grammar in it, then it just makes you look stupid. So, if you're gonna be a comedian and you're gonna poke fun at my weight, go feel free. I don't care. Um, I know I'm a big man. Um, it's obvious that you probably wouldn't do it to my face, but even if you did, I'd probably not kill you too bad. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not a violent person anymore. I really try to refrain from using my physical size as an intimidation factor. If I'm going to intimidate you, I'm going to intimidate you with my ability to convey my thoughts in a logical and provocative manner, to where you really have to understand what I'm saying in order to get what I'm saying. And if you don't, then that just makes you feel like crap because you're stupid. I guess that's what I do. So, um, I mean, I'm not a genius or anything. I just have a gift for gab. I'm able to just get on this thing unscripted, not taking some jump edits and, oh, I messed up on that. I don't care. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake. It's just one of those things. And that's what I think the reality of this commentary that I'm putting out on YouTube is appealing to people, because it's just me. I'm just talking to you guys, and we're having a conversation. So, like I said, if you feel like liking the show, feel free. It doesn't really bother me if I don't get subscribers, if I get likes, whatever. I'm not trying to do this for the money. If I happen to become popular enough to where I can create a better formatted show and make it more appealing to you guys, then great. But the fact of the matter is I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this so that I can find a way to deprogram each evening and have an ability to just let go of what's eating my brain, so I can have a better time sleeping or whatever. Currently, it's about a quarter to 3 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, and I've been up for a long time, and I'm rambling a little bit. Um, but I really want to say thank you to the YouTube Nation out there for giving us this opportunity. Having people that are actually willing to listen and view the comments that I'm making. Um, you know, I I'm planning on doing some more commentary on more stuff with a little more substance. Today was, if you're gonna do drugs, or if you're gonna, smoke herb or whatever, just don't do it in a public forum, because not everybody wants to get involved in that. Now, on the counterpoint to that, if it had been an outside venue and it was outdoors and it really wasn't hurting anybody, I probably would have not even bothered with it. But my boss had told me that if they're smoking in here, get them out. So that's what I did, and I threw my weight around a little bit, and people noticed, and it kind of calmed everything down. There were still some violators, and I was able to pick them out of the crowd and get them out as well. And then people finally started, realizing that if they see the big guy coming, that they might want to think twice about blowing smoke in his face. Just saying. Anyway, look, you guys have a great evening, great morning, whenever you get a chance to view this. I really appreciate it. Leave video comments, because I really like watching your guys' video comments, or just leave regular comments to this in the bottom below, and do what you got to do. Um, I appreciate you, and we're all one big happy family here on YouTube, and I just want to keep it civil. I don't want to have to call anybody out or have people hating on me for whatever reason. And like I said, your opinion is valuable, okay? Because it's your opinion. It may be misguided. It may not have any factual, substance behind it, and I may point that out to you. But then again, I may agree with you too. It's quite possible that we actually have a lot in common, and I'm not trying to sway anybody's opinion or anything like that either. I want you to be you. I want you to be somebody better than what you expect to be. Because that's what the world's all about. That's becoming a better person every day that you wake up. I want to be better than what I was the day before, especially if I'm making mistakes and stuff. So, anyway, thank you for listening. I'll see you next time. And if you have any questions, let me know. And we'll take it from there. Okay, bye, everybody. Have a great night.